People don't tell you why focus on yourself is really important. It's really vital. It's really understanding. It's really needed. They just tell you to focus on yourself without giving you no explanation or no blueprint. So today, for the next 20 minutes, we'll be covering 3 different things to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. All right, focus on yourself. Point number 1 will be why. Why is this important? A lot of people would say focus on yourself, but don't tell you why it's important. They give you an explanation. They expect you to figure it out when you don't know what you're trying to figure out. Next point we will be covering is how to start. How to start. Like I said, people mention this, but don't give you a blueprint, step by guide process to figure it out. So today we're going to be talking about focus on yourself, why it's important, how to start, and the last point that we're going to be talking about is how it will help you in life. So we got why, how. And the thing about focusing on yourself is that it's so important. Here's why. Because a lot of times as we're growing up, as we're going through life, we're doing things for the other person. Prime example, when I was in a relationship, I wanted to make things work out. I thought a man was to take care of everything, not to worry about nothing, to go to work, to take care of the house, to cater to your woman. I thought that was what a man was supposed to do, right? Take on all the responsibilities without even saying just overwhelmed. When I was speaking or communicating, I can't do this no more. But see, here's the thing, as men, as society, as environment, as a community, is that we pile everything on the men subconsciously. Now we're becoming overwhelmed. Now we're becoming stressed out. Now we're becoming to the point to where we don't understand why things are going the way that they're going. Mainly because we let things pile up. It's not just a week span of time frame. Absolutely not. What's happening is that it's compounding over time. It's slowly building to where it's no longer weight that's on you. It becomes dead weight, meaning that it becomes overwhelming, and it's a barrier on you mentally that stops you from growing. When I was in my relationship with my ex-wife, I felt that weight on me. I felt it on me because not only was I trying to provide for her, I was trying to provide for myself. I was trying to figure out my life. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I was going to work every day. She was going to work every day. I was trying to figure out things that would work, but they wasn't working. I had a 2013 BMW. Crazy mistake ever. Please, if you're going to get a BMW, me personally, I wouldn't get one, okay? I would not get one. Them cars got so many problems with it. I guess if it's a new car, you won't have that many problems. However, a car is going to need maintenance regardless of the fact. So it's going to be expensive, okay? So I had a 2013 BMW. It was a nice car, nice, cool gray. I think it was dark gray. Interior was like peanut butter. That mug was crazy. It was nice inside and out. You see, the thing about the engine was that the engine kept having problems. Like, prime example, if I take it to the shop this week, next week is going to be something else wrong with it. Then the week after this, is going to be something else wrong with it. I remember one time my ex-wife was driving my car, and she called me. She was like, Terryl, the car just shut down again. I said, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not doing what get it. You better call the insurance. But see, here's the thing about life and holding my composure as a man. I was letting all that get to me. Not only was my car getting to me, we was living paycheck to paycheck. Financially, we wasn't there because we didn't understand, mainly because I was really taking risks. I believed in something that I really believed in myself early. And so I went all out. I didn't communicate with my ex-wife like I was supposed to. I just done it. I didn't know that was a relationship, what a relationship was. But as time built on, I'm thinking I'm doing things to help us get in a better situation. I'm thinking every action I'm taking today is to help us. But really, it was destroying me, right? Because I had so much on me. I had so much on top of me that I didn't realize was on top of me until I just realized and heard this song by Anthony Hamilton called Cool. We ain't got to worry about no money. First lyrics, we ain't got to worry about no money. That's when the world that was on my shoulders got lifted off and relieved. But what did it teach me? Everything that I'm stressing about, I'm causing the stress because it's not right here in front of me. The thing that life teaches you is that as you're focused on yourself, as you learn more about who you are as a person, as an individual, you're able to identify what you're able to handle and what you're not able to handle. See, we have to understand who we are. At the time, I didn't understand who I was because, like I said, I was letting it pile. I was letting things just compound, and it's so much until I just drop and get drained. But I didn't understand as I'm taking this slow, I can keep taking it slow. I don't have to do multiple things all at once without trying to overwhelm myself. But this wasn't taught to me. I didn't understand the dynamics of focusing on yourself, of learning what you want to do and why. The reason why you need to focus on yourself because you're able to identify your boundaries, your values, what you're willing to go through, what you're not willing to go through, and your morals and principles. My relationship, I didn't know who I was because I was just there. I didn't know this entailed finding yourself. The reason why you're finding yourself because you're able to communicate with your spouse, your partner, your brother, your sister, your mama, how you're feeling, how you're emotionally feeling towards this situation. But we can't do that if we don't start focusing on ourselves. So now that I've learned that it takes time to complete one goal and then another goal and then another goal, there's no reason why I should get stressed out because I'm not letting it pile up no more. That was my fault. I let it pile up and it really destroyed me, but I didn't know it destroyed me because it wasn't taught to me. I didn't understand that dynamic of it. So why you need to, so you can learn more about everything that you are able to stand and not stand. It's why, because you're able to identify what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to deal with. But it takes time to identify what that is, but we have to put it in each and every day. How to start. This was the most difficult thing ever. How to start trying to figure out who I am, start focusing on myself. Before we get in point number 2, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button down below so that way you can catch all new videos that's coming here pretty soon. How to start. How I started was August of 2020 when I had the 2013 BMW. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what I was doing. I just started because I believed something was there. I didn't know what, so I tried. So as my car was going in and out of the shop, I couldn't really provide for my wife and our household because I wasn't managing money right. Again, I was stressed out. For some reason, real estate came across. I think I heard a podcast or a YouTube video, something. I can't really recall what the event was, what the day was. Yes, I can. Correction. It was Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then the week after that, that's when I started watching real estate videos about how to get into wholesaling, how to get into, getting real estate with zero money down. That's what they say. Okay, that's what they say. So that's when I tried. That's when I really put myself out there. At the time, I just told my ex-wife, I was like, listen, I don't know what I'm doing, but there's more out here that I have to learn how to get. So I started doing it. Real estate / business is something that's really overwhelming if you understand, if you've never been in it, if you never understood the lingo or the daily procedures. I had to learn while I'm in this process to identify what's going on and why. I wasn't able to do that because I had my blinders on. So I was watching the videos, I was listening to the interviews, the conversations. It seemed easy. It seemed pretty easy. But see, the thing about business, because that's what it is. It's not a hobby. About business is that you have to be organized. But I didn't understand this as I was coming along the process, as I was getting started. What made me get started was that I understood something was here. I was in the military. I was in the United States Marine Corps, and the lifestyle makes you comfortable. It really makes you comfortable. If y'all haven't been in the military, if y'all haven't experienced something like this, it really makes you comfortable to say, okay, I get paid first on the 15th, but the first 15, that's it. It's really a lifestyle to make that you can get complacent and very content. So when I started, I'm like, there's more in life. I was in my car, listen to the song, start crying. There's more in life, but what is there to get? What am I trying to achieve? What am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go? What am I trying to accomplish? What are we trying to do? All these things got to hit me all at once because now I have to figure out how to create something different that will be my purpose, that will be my dream, that will be my passion. But I don't know that because I'm afraid to start. I don't know where to start. I am even afraid to start. I don't know where to start. So August of 2020, I started making videos. Precisely cooking videos. My mama, she cook a lot. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna start cooking. Why not? I'm gonna start cooking. So that's what I did. I started cooking. My food wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst either. But it had some improvement to do. But I started something that I didn't know that was there. But where did this idea come from? It came from my mama. My mama, she's a phenomenal cook. She's a phenomenal person that knows how to cook. So with me figuring out things, social media, really just social media at the time and videos, like, why not? Why not just start? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start. But as I'm starting, I made 10 videos, 10 cooking videos. Then I learned I don't like cooking. I don't want to cook every time I want to eat. So I stopped doing it. Then I kept doing real estate. Then I kept making content. You see, the thing about life and trial and tribulations that we have to go through the process in order to figure out what we don't like and what we do like. Right? So if I would never started with the cooking, I would never understand this is not something I want to do. I don't like cooking. I cook to survive. Okay? So it'd be good. It'd be good. To me, it'd be phenomenal. Okay? Chef Boyardee in this thing. You dig what I'm saying? But here's the thing about trying and execution is that you're able to learn and identify what you're comfortable with doing. Of course, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, but what are you willing to put your time and effort in? So, how to start? You have to understand who are you. It goes back to focus on yourself. What are your hobbies? What are your likes? What do you like? What do you dislike? What would you prefer to do? What would you prefer to listen to? What can you do every day and not have a problem with doing? I had a problem with cooking, so I stopped cooking. But I didn't have a problem with talking to the camera and making content, so I gravitated towards that way. I still was doing real estate, but I was doing it inconsistently. I was taking imperfect action, which taught me how to be disciplined. It taught me how to be disciplined. Imperfect action taught me what discipline was. If I don't put the time and effort to perfect this craft, then nothing's going to come from it. I only closed one deal within 2 years, and it took me 16 months. 16 months to close a real estate transaction. But when it closed, I was in disbelief. Because it closed December 29th, 2021. And I started August 1st of 2020. 16 months of me trying to figure it out. I didn't understand. The more people you speak with, the more deals you can have lined up, the more potential opportunities you can have lined up. But I didn't understand that. Me and my business partner, Dylan Brown, did not understand that. We're new to this. We're taking action because it's what everybody say. Just take action, just take action, just take action. That's what we did. We took action. But there's more that goes behind the action. Are you able to wake up every day and do this task? Every single day. How to start, you have to figure out what you're willing to do every single day. What do you like to do every single day that you can get up every moment of the day and make some type of content or do it or believe that you can do it? If it's something that will stress you out, that's very daunting on you, that's hard to speak about, that's hard to be comfortable in the process of doing it, don't do it. You can always start something and stop. You can always stop something and start something else. But don't be afraid to pivot when you need to pivot, because now you're able to grow and learn more about yourself. It goes back to focus on yourself. As we're focused on ourselves, we learn what we're able to handle, what we're not able to handle. Are you willing to put that time and effort in to figure out I can do this as well? I'm willing to get up every single day to perfect my craft, to figure it out, to go along with the process. If you say yes to this question, that is the avenue that you want to pursue. That is the career, the industry, the lifestyle that you want, because you can do it every single day. Every day. Because now it's not holding you back, it's pushing you forward. You dig what I'm saying? That's how to start. Find what you like and try to do it every day. Try to practice it every day and get better at it every day. And you'll see how much you really love it the more you do it. How this helps. Last point, how this helps. Before we get to the third point, if you're going through life and you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, and you're feeling sad for no reason, make sure you go to the subscription and click the link down below, so that way you can download 5 free ways to identify if you have depression or not. And once you identify you have depression, now there's strategies that can help you. There's strategies that can help you grow and to walk into your unique identity. Point number 3, how it helps. It helps because it helps focus more on yourself. Again, all these points go together with focus on yourself, because it teaches you what you're willing to handle, what you're not willing to handle. I knew when I started cooking back in August 2020, I didn't know I did not like it. I didn't know I wouldn't like it. But it took me doing it every day to figure out I don't want to get up in the morning, put the camera on, put it in the tripod, have it hovering over the food, record, cook, chop up, then transition over to the stove, do the same thing. I don't want to do that. That's too much for me. It's entirely too much for me. So I stopped. How it helps, because if I would never start and try to believe in something that wasn't there, I would never be trying to do anything. I would let the thought of fear stop me from prevailing, or stop me from trying, or stop me from exceeding. I can't do nothing. We can't do nothing if we're the ones stopping us from trying. Where the limitation that we have on ourselves is very, very, very big. It's a big component to our everyday life, because here's what's happening. We are our biggest critic. We are the person that's going to stop us from exceeding. Cooking is very daunting. If you don't have a passion for it, why keep doing it? So I stopped. And guess what? And that was the best decision I ever made. I stopped because I didn't like it. I stopped because I didn't feel forced to keep doing it. So how it helps is that you're able to identify your desire, your pain, what you want to do, what you not want to do, why you want to do it this way. Are you willing to try this? You see, here's the thing with limitations and fear. Limitations stop us from doing it because we let fear overcome us. We all have some type of limitations, but the limitations is us judging ourselves, us saying that why can't we do this? Us judging that we don't have the power and the will to say, if the next person can do it, I can do it as well. We're feeding our minds negativity. I can't do this. What if I start this and it doesn't go well? What if I start this and it goes wrong? What if I start this and nothing happens from it? We have to change what we're thinking as we're trying to change the trajectory of our life. The reason why it helps because it helps us identify and it helps us take the limitations off of us and start feeding our mind positivity. Meaning, when I do this, what will it make me feel? When I start this, how much will I grow? When I figure something out that I want to do, how can I create something exponentially? Something special. Instead of what if, when I do this, this is what will be the result. Because here's the thing about the law of attraction is that it's not biased. So whatever you're thinking is going to happen is going to happen. So if you're thinking negativity, negativity is going to happen. If you're thinking positivity, positivity is going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. The way you're thinking is powerful, but it's not going to stop your trials and tribulations. A lot of times, a lot of days, a lot of moments, a lot of hours, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be stressed out. There's going to be days where you want to quit. See, here's the thing. When you get to that point, just take a step back. Take a deep breath and realize everything that you're doing is going to pay off in the long run. Because it's building. It's kind of like puzzles, right? You have a picture, but the picture is scattered all over the place. But now, as you take piece by piece by piece by piece and put it together, what are you creating? You're creating the picture that's on the box through trials and tribulation, through time, through hard work, through recognition, through small details, becoming detail oriented. But we can't do that if you don't understand why we're pursuing something that's in our heart. How it helps, because it helps you find your passion and walk along your purpose as you're going through the process. The first thing that you're going to start is not going to be the end all be all. 70% of the time. First thing you start is not going to be great. Second thing you start, not going to be great. Not going to even be near as great. Third thing, 14th, 15th, see, you're trying different things that work for you, but we can't be afraid to try, because we're afraid to try. We won't never figure it out. What is our passion? What is my purpose? Why am I doing things? My purpose today is to instill faith, confidence, and to be persistent along the journey. I would have never been able to figure that out if I didn't start in August of 2020. There's a reason behind everything. There's a process behind everything, but we can't get in a rush to rush everything because we're missing the lessons that come with it. Right? We have to take our time. Take daily action. Take it task by task instead of month by month. Because what we're doing, we're not becoming so stressed out that we get overwhelmed and quit along the journey. Right? I'm telling you, there's a process that goes with finding your purpose and walking along your passion. You have to make a choice for yourself. What is this choice? The choice is identifying that you're going to start focusing on yourself. Start learning about yourself. Why you want to learn, why you want to focus on yourself, how to start, and how it helps. Hopefully this video was really helpful because it gives you an insight that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You just have to believe that you can do it.